Hello guys, it's me. I know I have been missing for a while. It's mostly because life happened. I moved, as you can see, the layout is a bit different. So now it has a dedicated room, it's new stuff. And got lots of news also to share with you guys in case you're interested. This March 27th, there will be the March tournament that was organized last October. And this time they are making it in Cockatrice and streaming it via Twitch. And the good news, at least from my side, is that I will be one of the casters, along with a Rebel, Ryan from Play with Power, people from the casually competitive, Rebel from Rebel Son, and lots of more people. Well, not lots, but lots of more people will be playing. Anyone can join. Everything is gonna start the signups on March 13. So hey, if you want to play, join in. If not, just join us in the stream, just to have some fun and enjoy some good cEDH. Today I have a series of videos that I recorded a while back because I wanted to have some backlog once I finished moving and in case the boys weren't playing, at least from the play group that I frequent. This time, this game is going to be featuring me, probably not the next games, but this one is going to be me with Mikey, with Josh and Jonathan from, John from, he's PlayM and his streams in twitch.tv/PlayM, I believe it's his handle. If not, I'll check it and it will be in the description below just for you to enjoy his own content, his spicy content. He makes pretty spicy brews that I like a lot. So, to start off with this game, we have on this order, we have PlayM with Thrasios Bruse. That's an evolution list. Pretty good, pretty classic, strong. I'm on Najeela, classic also. I love the redhead and she's been producing results for me, so why not keep in her camp? Then we have Mikey on Thrasios Vial Smasher. That's, I believe, I don't know if it's a Cheese Rush deck or if it's the brew he made with Ben. I believe it's the brew, but I'm not sure. I think it's a mixture between that because Ben is known for his control lists and Mike is known for his intricate and kind of like being the first to threaten to win. So that clash is going to be interesting to see how it developed into this 99 deck. Well, 98 because it's a partners. And hey, I'm hoping to see that we see some sparks from Mikey. At least we know there will be some sparks. As I said before, he's the one that always tries to go for it the first time. Always ask the one to say, hey, do you have it? Do you have the answer? I like that. Too bad he's on third place, so that might not help him be the first one to threaten. Then we have Josh on Timor Pirates. It's a spicy brew. I like it. It's 3 colors. So not many disadvantages on the mana base, and it can be really fast. It can threaten win turn 2, turn 1 with God Hand. I just hope to see that he goes also spicy, just as Mikey, because I like this kind of like not accepted tier 1 lists, or this is like tier 1.2 if you want to go there, which is kind of stupid. It's still very strong. It's still a very good list, but hey, I hope that he makes results. So this game was from a while ago, so I do not remember who won this one in particular, but let's just jump in into the analysis of what I think this game will kind of like look like. Because we have, again, PlayM on the play, and he's playing Evolution. Evolution, if I believe, needs like 1 or 2 turns setup. It can be explosive, but it needs a specific hand to be really explosive. Well, all decks need that, but this in particular. So he might be kind of like producing the tempo of a card engine more than being the threat of going for it. In my case, I'm playing Najeela. My Najeela is a bit stackier, so the control element of the table lies on me, on my side completely. If I fail to produce stacks pieces, effective stacks pieces fast, then all the pressure is basically on PlayM, Josh, and Mikey to answer each other, while I try to just fumble around getting everything, like the table and my board, just as balanced as I can get before I can land Najeela and start swinging for the win. Then we have Mikey on the Vial smashes Thrasios, that I believe he's gonna go for it really fast, and he's the one that's gonna be pushing for the win early, at least if that's the build I think he was playing. And also, obviously, that's Mikey's playstyle, as I said before. And yeah, I just want to see how it develops. Josh, again, it's on the Timor Pirates. Again, it's a bit smidge slower than at Turbonos lists, but nonetheless, not less effective. But hey, let's see how it goes. Let me hit play on this. Okay, so here we go with PlayM starting by drawing, and what will be the start of this game? That's a tropical island, tapping for green into Finhorn Elves. Pretty good start. Good man acceleration. Really good start. Nothing broken, but good. Let's see if I can make the same start. Okay, so I play Watergrave, taking a shock to the face. Into a fish. So as I said, stacks pieces. Already making pressure on everyone's to slow down the game in case they want to give me too many cards. So Mikey started the game with the Gemstone Caverns that we missed. He didn't announce that, but it's fine. He's a lucky one with... So fish resolves, and I pass turn into Mikey. Mikey starts his turn by slamming a gamble, not carrying up anything. Typical Mikey fashion, that just try to assemble the combo, try to assemble the sculpt, the perfect hand to go for it as soon as possible. I like that. Having pressure. You always need one player like that in every pod. One, not two. Two is too much. Just one to make people be more defensive, to have the whole pod on their toes, and being wary of not being too greedy. And I love that small balance of gameplay, that it's only specific to players more than decks. That's super cool. Then that's a Bird and Catacombs, I believe, from him. And is that it? Is the threat of the fish too big for him? Nope, he doesn't care. Maybe? Or is that a dork and just saying like, okay. I already drew a card because of gamble. Pretty good. So at least it's a 1 blue, draw a card, sorcery. Not the best, but hey, also slows down the game. So this is an Underground Sea from Mikey. This mostly means that he's playing a non-creature spell if he's going to cast anything. Oh, he's getting a bio, my bad. He made a mistake. He corrected himself playing a bio. So now this means he could play a dork and play around the fish pretty easily. So fish might not be fed on this turn. Yep, and that's a tether wall. Exactly. So the fish does not get fed again. He already fed it once, so that's not too bad for me. So Josh Costco took his turn, drops a tropical island, and feeds the fish by playing a Mana Crypt. Fish is already being a lot of value, but he gets Malcolm turn 1, which is a huge advantage for the deck. Malcolm turn 1 makes that deck go from pretty good to goddamn, we're almost dead. the pressure on that thing, if you land a Malcolm, it's a different deck, man. So we go to PlayM's turn, and he draws for his turn, and tapping. So he joins the group of the Barton Catacombs and slams Thrasios. So, yep, it's a Thrasios Pasios. In my turn upkeep, I pay for the fish because it's been keeping the whole game slower, and I like that. So that's an exotic ore card, and what else will be from my turn? Is it going to be a dork? Is it going to be mana open for interaction? Oh, I'm passing, so there's no interaction in the end step. I'm checking for that, and I'm discarding this Dark Confident, which I had no, probably I would have played, but again, the threat of the fish is much better in my opinion than Dark Confident. Okay, so Mikey in his turn starts by playing Cabal Ritual, feeding my fish. So is he going for it? Well, is he going for it? That's a Necro. Oh, that's a Necro. So if anyone counters this, Mikey is basically really struggling. Oh, that's a Force of Negation from PlayM, exiling Mystical Tutor. So Mikey try going for it, and he kind of fizzled. So it's gonna be at least 2 or 3 turns, unless he top decks, to assume the same threat level that he had before, because he had to go for a 2 for 1. Well, in this case was 2 for 2 with Josh. With PlayM, but it's fun. On Josh's turn, he rolls for Crypt. I believe he rolled for Crypt and didn't take damage, and plays a Withered Foothills. Probably what I will start with the turn, this is me not knowing the deck, slamming with Malcolm anyone, getting a treasure, and then see what's up. Unless he has something else. Okay, so here's a Phantasmal Image, most probably copying Thrasios or Fiendhorn. Probably Thrasios, since he has so much mana. Oh no, he copies the Tinderwall. Tinderwall. Interesting. Does he have the Glintholm Buccaneer already? And just kill us? Turn 2? Timur Pirates killing us? That would be pretty spicy. That would be pretty cool though. Okay, so he gets the treasure from Malcolm. Is he gonna go for it? Okay, so he passes the turn with us. So it's a setup turn mostly. I like that. Okay, so PlayM and end step fetches. Cracks his Burden. In response, I crack the E-Toots. Mostly because everyone's tapped out. So I don't have to be a threat on anyone. And also because people are, again, it's also because people are tapped, so I can really resolve this. And I'm gonna get the Mana Crypt, which is really important since I need to ramp out Najeela this next turn. I'll probably tap out for keeping the fish around, so I can tap out for fish and Najeela. Mana Crypt allows me to do that, if I have the third land in hand. Probability of that is high though, so I like that. So in end step, PlayM continues by casting E-Toots and drawing the Mana Crypt from the fish. Already resetting, nice. Fish value, man, fish value. That thing is a drug. So what's PlayM gonna get? Training Grounds, Necro, his own fish, Ristic. What could it be? Fish could be a really good option to completely halt the game. Except Josh, because Josh plays more creatures. He can even just tap out for Tana, go. He doesn't really care. Oh, that's a Ristic study from PlayM. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. He wants to go a bit slower and a more consistent card engine than the fish. Since, again, Ristic study doesn't have an upkeep, so you can just slam it and leave it there until the end of the world, and it will do its own thing. Okay. In this case, Mikey's turn is gonna probably look like Thrasios Pasios, unless he top decks, of course. Josh just needs a Glintholm Buccaneer and wins. It's probably the reason why he Phantasmal Image the Tinderwall. But hey. Okay, so playing goes to his turn and taps. Does he make a land drop? Oh, he plays an LED. Allowing me to draw because he doesn't have the mana to pay for the fish. And slams Heuristic Study. I draw again because he tapped out. No way to pay 4 colorless for the fish. Okay, and then passes turn. Really good. So fish is dead. He already drew too many cards, so I probably need to dump the cards. This is a command tower. So this is a mana crypt. I'm not gonna let him draw because I want to keep the mana open for all the interaction that I probably drew. And there's a very high chance I just slam Najeela and pass. Yep, that's a Najeela from me. Allow him PlayM to draw. Because again, I need this to keep the mana open for interaction. And what else will it be? I probably this turn have at this point have like 10 cards in hand or 9-10 cards, so I need to discard, or just say screw it and play everything. So yeah, I tap out for what else? That's a Drannith Magistrate. Oh, a bit too late because the Malcolm, which is one of the combo pieces, is already out. But it might still be effective because it stops people from playing breach stuff. Mikey's turn is kind of shut down because of that, unless again he top decks. So I need to, at this point, clean up my hand into something that is playable. Because fish got too fat. Most delicious sushi ever. So at this point, my hand should probably be like combo piece, either the Revi or Nature's Will, and counters. Yeah, interaction, removal, counters. That's the only thing I'm looking at. So this is Mikey, Git probing. Git probing who? So I discard City of Ass, Fluster Storm, and Assassin's Trophy because they are kinda useless at this point. So this is the way that we resolve attacks and probes. We block each other for momentarily in a spell table, and then we show to the other person what's up on their hand. In this case, Mikey Git Pro PlayM, so he blocked me, and very soon he'll unblock me so we can again see what's on his board. Mikey, oh, it's going for it again. Oh, there's a Dockside. Interesting. I like that. That's a lot of mana. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. That's 5 total. Oh, he's gonna crack the threshold response. So he gets only 4. So the mana that just was floating, Mikey decided to go to the combat, so he loses that mana. Tight play in case he wants to Elemental Blast something. Now he cannot. Clean play. Mikey continues by cracking the March Flats and getting an Underground Sea. Triple color, so what could it be? Oh, Adnos. Oh my god, that's an Adnos out of nowhere. Oh my god. Woo! Mikey, how do you always do this? How do you always have the threat? Jeez. And then he doesn't pay for the Heuristic Study. And he has no interaction. Does Josh, keeping the single Volcanic Island open? Oh! No, he does not response. And not resolves. That's a Vamp Tutor, that's a Twister, that's a Mean Betrayal, Dispel, Windfall, Soul Ring. That's good. Noxus Revival. Does he need it? No, keep going. A couple of flowers. That's a Pita. Ooh! Fluster Storm, Miscast, Fierce Guardianship. I don't see any Wincons. haven't seen anything that wins. Oh my god, that's crazy. Ooh, he already flipped the Pita, so what's left? Force of Will that could really punish him, and more 3-drops. He already drew so many 3-drops with Adnos. That's a Spell Pierce, that's a Manamorphose. Ooh, does he flip Adnos? Force of Will. Does he flip it? At this point, he could. He has a Twister. He could. He could Twister after dumping lots of rituals into this. So here's how we're gonna keep this. Play the Soul Ring, of course. Okay, so PlayM is asking to go for the pile. That it's a lot of interaction, lots of wheels, and not much else. Take into consideration this is the second main phase. Unless he was extremely tight and he played this on end of combat step, which that would have been amazing. But no, he plays that Time Twister. Wow, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy to play a couple of flowers and get true mana. Oh, that would have been dope. But how could you know? How could you know that Adnos would have been so bad? Normally when Adnos resolves, you just win. But this Adnos was terrible. It was incredibly bad. Also with Dranith screwing around. I don't know. It didn't stop anything from his hand. But I don't know. I just think at this point Mikey's kinda dead, considering there's a Malcolm and 2 creatures in PlayMs that he probably won't swing, but he could play Bruse and slap with Thrasios. I don't know. And I will always kill him with Najeela and Dranith after the Malcolm damage. We'll see. This Twister is resetting the table. The heuristic study that PlayM drew so many cards is just basically useless, and my fish was kinda also useless. This Twister changes things so much. The hope is that Josh doesn't draw Glinthold Buccaneer, because again, he has a lot of mana and he can just murder us on his turn. Ooh, there's a Force of Vigor, exiling Tinderwall, and paying 1 for heuristic study. The target's heuristic study, and so it's gonna be by Mana Crypt. Yep, so the right targets are those. Heuristic Study and Mana Crypt, because he wants to slow us down. Makes perfect sense. Specialists in play missed a land drop. Not a small thing. So he goes to his turn, and what will it be? Did he roll for Crypt? He probably did and won the Crypt. But he's playing Timur, and Timur, his life total doesn't really matter. Okay, so here's a gamble. We might be dead here. If he flips, if he doesn't entomb the Glinthold Buccaneer, we're dead. We're dead. We're just dead. Like that, dead. And hey, like, that's the nature of the game. Like, that's what happens when you have a A plus B combo, right? And he even has the mana to protect it. That's so crazy. Obviously, he needs to swing at Malcolm first. But everyone stopped out. Just like, it's whatever. But we'll see what he flips. Sorry about the video quality, but spell tables quality is. It is what it is, guys. It's what it is, ladies and gents. So that's a 5. So it's gonna be the 5th card, and the 5th card is Steambands, I believe. And probably not what he fetched for. And this is a Cavern of Souls, probably name him Pirate. And we are giga dead. This is not even like maybe dead. We are dead. This is an uncounterable Lincoln Buccaneer. Bye bye! We are dead! Does anyone have interaction for this? Anyone have an in response to a creature? Creatures in cEDH are really hard to answer. But no! Timur Pirates just slams turn 1 Malcolm, turn 2 does screws around some bags, turn 3 just go for it, wins. With Cavernous Souls, so it's impossible to do anything. There's no removal because we are tapped out. Crazy. I like this. Nobody's playing the free removal, not a pack, the one that exiles. Deadly Relic. Nobody's playing it. Like, the card's not bad, but not for cEDH. But in this case, there's no answer. So just wins. He needs to swing Malcolm, crack a treasure, and that's it. Then the interaction between Lincoln Buccaneer and Malcolm just allows him to keep producing treasures and keep damaging the board. So with that, nice. Good job, Josh. Good job. That was a really good game.